is 6 o'clock. We will go ahead and call the meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Ferris,
Here.
Heyman,
Here.
Mondragon,
Here.
Poxis.
Here.
4 present, we have a quorum.
Right, if you all would please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready to begin? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Do I have a approval of the agenda?
Motion to approve.
I'll second.
Ferris,
Aye.
Heyman,
Aye.
Mondragon,
Aye.
Poxis.
Aye.
4 ayes, motion carries.
Perfect. How about approval for the minutes?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Ferris,
Aye.
Heyman,
Aye.
Mondragon,
Aye.
Poxis.
Aye.
4 ayes, motion carries.
All right. This brings us to the public comment section, non-agenda, I'm sorry. Persons wishing to address the commission on matters that are within the commission's jurisdiction and do not already appear on the agenda may do so at this time. Pursuant to the Brown Act, the Planning Commission may not take action on any item that does not appear on the agenda. Speakers are limited to 5 minutes. The public comment section of the agenda is limited to a total of 1 hour. Each speaker is asked to provide his or her name. Any public comment? Anyone on the phone? No? Okay. Okay. Brings us to discussion and other action items. New commissioner swearing in.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, David Percival,
Do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties upon which I'm about to enter.
discharge the duties upon which I am about to enter.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
If you'll sign this for me, down here, and then sign it on top of that. Thank you, sir. You may join the dais. You're welcome.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
We need to now appoint a chair and vice chair. We'll open this up for nominations for chair.
I nominate Mr. Ferris as chair.
Same.
Okay. Do you want to do an all in favor?
We can do that.
All in favor?
I
Aye.
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 Okay.
I would like to appoint or nominate Mr. Mondragon as vice chair.
Do we have a second?
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Do I have
Okay.
to aye?
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, committee assignments. We have assignments that were already done. Do we need to redo those, Heather?
So right now, David doesn't have any committees. So we have infrastructure, economic development, and parks and recreation, or quality of life. It doesn't, let's see. So on infrastructure is Mondragon and Poxis, and then on the economic development is Mondragon and Ferris, and then quality of life is Hayman and Poxis. Does anybody want to change those, or what's everyone's feeling, or does something not work for anybody anymore, or?
I was also on City Org, which I would be happy to turn over
Yeah, they got rid of City Org.
from, okay. Well, that was sort of a as needed, correct?
It was on, so it was off, and then it was back on, and it is off officially again. So that one is no longer, so we only have the 3 committees.
In that case, I would be happy to serve on that one.
So the only person who's got, so Mondragon is on 2, and Cody is also on 2. So I don't know if anybody wants to, or even if David's available for any of those anyway. So if you guys need more time and you want to think about it till next meeting, we can do that too.
Yeah, I'm available and will serve on whichever one, wherever you need to assign me.
Okay.
You want to do quality of life?
I can work
The
on that.
The Parks and Rec?
Yeah.
I'm willing to give them the quality of life seat.
Okay, so that's the first Tuesday of the month at 5:30. Is that one, that work for you? Okay. I will let the committee know.
Okay, public hearing. We're going to open the public hearing at 6:07. This is to amend tentative tract map 6700, amendment for phasing of the tentative tract map for the development of a 54th single-family residential lot in the College Heights neighborhood, APN 510-010-17. Staff report.
So this is the previously graded, sorry, I'm a little loud. This is the previously graded track. This was originally started, I believe, for DR Horton, so this is graded. It's all laid out. This came to Planning Commission many times for map extensions. What we have now is the developer has a builder, but this map and the next one are out of extensions. So that would only give them about a year to build 60 houses. So what we're doing is bringing to you an amendment, and this amendment would allow for phasing in order for them to keep these maps alive, and then hopefully get us some new housing. So it is zoned estate, so that means the minimum lot size is 10,000 square feet. The map itself will have 2 phases. There's 59 total lots, but 54 of those are for single-family residential. It also includes a retention basin, which is down in the right corner. It's probably a little small, but that's retention for the site. And then it also has 2 landscape easements that are bordering on Springer there, and then also a park. So all of that in this development, it's 59 units total for the lots, 26 lots in the first phase, and then the first phase does include the park, one of the landscape easements, and the retention. And then the second phase includes 28 lots and the landscape easement. So this is a public hearing, so we're bringing it back just like a new map. Public hearing notices did go out. We did continue this from the last meeting. We didn't have any comments from the public at any point. So in order to approve a map, we have to find that it's consistent with our general plan and with our zoning code. These are all of the policies that it is consistent with in our general plan. As you know, the housing is always, something that we're trying to make available. These are estate lots, obviously. So they are the larger lots. This did go through full CEQA review according to the California CEQA, section 15162. If it did get a negative declaration previously and there is no substantial changes and no potential impact to the environment that's new, then there is no further CEQA required. And since all this is phasing it, it's the same exact map, there is no potential for any new environmental issues. So staff is going to recommend that we approve the map, to amend it, to give it 2 phases, and that CEQA determination. Any questions?
Commissioners, any questions? We'll start with David. No? Cody?
I got 2 questions. The first one's on the CEQA. When was the initial study done for the CEQA?
The initial study for this one was in 2007. And then that was, at that point, the lots hadn't been graded or anything. So that was when the land was completely raw.
So since the lot's sat empty for roughly 15 years, has there been any biological assessments or anything like that in that area that would prevent them from building?
No.
And then, not that it's CEQA related, but is there any impact with our water department, our water division, with building 54 houses?
We have received no comment from them that that would be an issue.
All right.
And also, I will say, we don't have, in other areas in the high desert, there are restrictions, and like in groundwater has made it so that you have to do like a swap. Like if you're going to do one thing, you have to prove that you still have capacity. We do not have that by the state. That has not happened yet. So that's important to note with all development.
Just make sure, water's a hot topic, so just want to make
Yep.
sure. Thank you.
Bernie?
Yeah, I have a question on the landscape easement. Is it going to be similar to what's on the development that's just south of it, like going up College Heights?
Can you answer that?
When you say just south of it, which development are you speaking, talking about the
Like
one that's
going
north of
towards-
it?
Yeah, no,
Or-
well, that would be south, going towards, in between, or in the corner of Kendall and,
So you're
Or
talking
College
about
Heights.
like the DR Horton and then the
Yes.
first phase? Based on what I've seen, it's gonna be very similar. Lot sizes are the same, road widths, road capacities, all that stuff is the same. It's just basically an extension of that existing tract.
okay, so they'll be required to maintain it, because that one is being maintained right now, and it looks good. So I'm assuming this new development would,
Correct. We
Have
are
the same
going to,
requirement.
it's already, the major lots are already part of the landscape lighting and maintenance district as well as the drainage benefit assessment district. So what will happen is the EBU calculation, which is the equivalent benefit unit, will be changed to individual lots rather than one that's built off of acreage. So all the landscape and things that go in will be part of that maintenance district. And then Zone 2 and Zone 3, which is what those are part of, will be modified to fit what that total EBU count, and then it will be redistributed for the funds for those zones.
okay. And then, as far as building, do we have any information from the potential builder on how soon they would start building?
They already have final track maps in, they have all of their design plans in for sewer infrastructure, for grading improvements, for, there's one more that I can't think of, for road improvements, for storm drains. So all of their major infrastructure plans are in with the Public Works Department for review right now.
Okay,
So they seemed pretty urgent and ready to go forward. I think, and I'm sure you probably already mentioned this already, part of it is this is one of the few developments that we have that is actually buildable right now. And we wanted to see building continue in our valley, so we have housing available should the base need it. And this is the most buildable track. So going through the rephasing, so it makes sense for the developer to give them the full time allotted to build the houses and build the track out, we felt was in the best interest of everybody in the city.
Good.
Again, just want to remind everybody that this track map has been approved several times. Sounds like they're ready to go, and the only thing that we're doing now is phasing it to allow them a little bit more time to get started. So with that, I would like to go ahead and move that we approve the tentative tract map.
All second.
Who was that?
Bernie.
Okay, Ferris,
Aye.
Hayman,
Aye.
Mondragon,
Aye.
Poxtus,
Aye.
Percival.
Aye.
5 ayes, motion carries.
Next, the amended tentative tract map 6775, amendment for phasing of a tentative tract map for the development of 60 single-family residential lots in the College Heights neighborhood, APN 510-010-24. Staff report.
So this was part of, well, so the map has 3 phases. The first phase is already complete, so that's the street right there on the bottom, rain shadow, I can't read it. So this is for an additional 60 lots. This retention that's on the other map will serve this project as well. I will point out that on the resolution, there was an error, so that has been updated and corrected. Solomon was nice enough to help me out and catch that for me. So the APN number was listed wrong, which is probably from the old map, but now it's corrected, so I want to mention that now. So this is just south of the last track map. Again, it was all the DR Horton previously graded. This is a state as well, so the minimum lot size is 10,000. This is the map, 2 phases. It's 15 acres. In the center there, that's not part of their development. Same thing with general plan designation. So this is all the goals that, policies that it helps, that support this. And same thing with the CEQA. The CEQA, I believe, was done in 2006, prior to them grading it. So same thing, as long as the negative deck was done and approved, then there is no further environmental review. And staff is going to recommend that we approve this and approve that CEQA determination.
I'll move.
I'll second.
Okay. Ferris,
Aye.
Hayman,
Aye.
Mondragon,
Aye.
Poxtus,
Aye.
Percival.
Aye.
5 ayes, motion carries.
Thank you. Number 5 is conditional use permit 25-01 for off-site signage. From what I understand, the petitioner has yet to file this, so we're going to go ahead and continue it to the June 24th meeting. Correct?
Correct? Thank
Perfect.
you.
In that case, we'll go ahead and close the public session, or public hearings at 6:19. Brings us to commissioner comments and committee reports. I'll go ahead and start. I'd like to welcome our new planning commissioner. Thank you for volunteering for the committee. That's going to be very helpful. Then I will go ahead and report on economic development. I attended ICSC this year with Councilmember Kyle Blades and City Manager Ron Strand, and Jennifer Ricketts from the city, where we got to interface with some of the folks who are developing in the city of Ridgecrest that we have had and are building relationships with as the developments further. So very exciting to see some of these things starting to come to life and at a very rapid pace. So good stuff there. Ms. Hayman?
For quality of life, we went over the softball and the skate park shade projects that they're doing and the summer programs.
Sir?
Well, you commented on economic development, but infrastructure, we met and just discussed different topics, but the stop sign at Sunland and Bowman has been installed. And the next one is Inyo and Graf. Yeah, that's about it.
Sums it up.
I'm guessing no comment
No
at this
comment.
point? Okay, good. Any staff items?
So the commercial landscaping ordinance is with the attorneys right now, so I hope that I will be able to bring that to you in an approved format in June. I think that's the only thing I have right now. I think I mentioned at the last meeting that the military sustainability element, that is underway right now. So I'm not sure, but hopefully at some point during the summer, we might be able to talk a little bit more about it. I know by fall and winter, it'll be before you guys with the new overlay map. That's it.
Mr. Reed?
Turn my mic back on. In connection with that grant that we received, about $860,000, we are in the survey process for the complete Bowman Channel from China Lake Boulevard to 178. We got money for the full design of that. We're doing right-of-way verification, figuring out any issues we have. As I'm sure you guys are aware, that is the super highway for how we get water out of town. It's going to deal with flooding at the back gate, and eventually will be the major connection point for us to start running offshoots off and pick water off that has plagued the east side for quite a while of our city. We just awarded a $10 million project for all of our HSC improvements. That includes a transit station on the corner of Norma and Felspar. We're putting Felspar through Norma. We're paving Felspar from La Paloma to China Lake Boulevard. We're paving Florence and widening it. We're adding bike lanes. We're putting ADA improvements on Drummond, Las Flores, and Norma. We're also doing a bunch of storm drain improvements and deepening the sump in that area. I'm sure any of you guys and people that were here when we had Tropical Storm Hillary, we saw the 4 foot of standing water that should completely alleviate that problem in that area. And that is all I have to report.
Can you remind them what the ACH?
Yeah,
What
so
that was?
the AHSC is the Affordable Housing Sustainable Communities Grant that was in connection with the Mojave View Apartments. The city partnered with AMG, I believe, was the developer on that. And it's our last portion of that we have to have built out and constructed by the end of 2026. So.
Thank you, Travis. No other comments. We'll go ahead and adjourn the meeting at 6:23. Thank you all.
Thank you.